early morning. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. I'm not going to hold you long, but my ex-husband had called me so early, telling me what his son was saying and what his son had done. And here it is. I'm up. And I just jumped up and got myself ready and decided to go take care of what you call business. But I heard some type of sound on my phone, and I reached for my phone, and it was the news. Not in this location per se, but it had like 3 different news that's posted this morning. And I want to title this message, the song that I was listening to with Mahalia Jackson, and it was called Move Up a Little Higher. I'm going to move up a little higher. And it fits my topic because that's where I'm at today. I'm going to have to move up a little higher. Mahalia Jackson, that song that she sung, you know, it fits, not the song, just the song itself, but the title. I'm going to have to move up a little higher. I want to use that as the title of this message because being where I'm at in the land of the living, I'm going to have to move up a little higher. There are things that's taking place that's off the chain. When I heard the sound on my phone and I got up and I looked and I saw the different news. Now see how early it is in the morning. Listen to, I don't know if you can hear all the noise coming out the man next to me, his car. Person, and it's every bit of 7 something. Is it 7 something on my head? And he's out here early in the morning with his window down and his music is blasting. I'm gonna tell y'all, the tribe of Judah is gone, okay? So you can walk around here as if you prepared for what is about to take place. You can walk around here and think that this battle and this war is yours. You can walk around here and thinking you so equipped in every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah and every word that proceed out of the Torah, and you so ready and prepared. You go right ahead. I'm going to move up a little higher. That means I'm going to go more higher and higher in the most high, or higher than I can. And I'm going to shut my flesh down and let my spirit rise with a higher, because it's nothing I can do with what is about to go on and is going on. But because a people, the tribe of Judah, you have forsaken the last time the most high, a higher in a way that the curse is still before you and you have not seen nothing yet as far as his judgment upon you. Now let me tell y'all something. In Matthew 24, it talks about nation against nation. When you really do your study in that, it don't mean Russia against China, America against Russia. He said that in the verse above. War against war and rumors of war. But he's saying in the next verse, and nation against nation. That means people against people. And for the last 5 years, the tribe of Judah has cut out their own bloodline, meaning shed their own nation blood. Nation against another nation, not another nation, its own nation. That's what he meaning in Matthew 24. Nation against nation mean people against their own people. But guess what is happening? I got up and I saw the news. And I said, wait a minute, they got this posted 3 times. But I realized it was 3 different news room that was covering it in different states. And guess what it was about? someone went into the Europeans community, and they begin to start shooting. But the mystery is of the whole idea. Why did they have black masks? Why did they have a black mask on? What made them do that? See, what y'all don't understand is Isaiah knew what he was saying. Ezekiel knew what he was saying. Jeremiah knew what he was saying. All of them have given you all a warning, on top of a warning, letting you know in this day what is going to take place. Then you got it in Matthew, you got it in Luke, you got it in Mark, letting you know what is going to happen in the end days. And you got the tribe of Judah running around here trying to chop each other heads off because they think they got the right word to try to bring you down. And if they ain't using their word, they using weapons to take each other out. And when they do, if you did the percentage, you would know it's among the men. But they so busy trying to find room in the car with the hate spirit that the Most High said that is on them. You know what? I'm going to tell you, the tribe of Judah, you men, one thing I would not want on me is a spirit of hate that Ahia has suffered to be. He has allowed it because you're destroying your own nation with it. So when it comes down for you all to come together to try to keep the heathens from taking your neck, you ain't gonna look to your right, you're gonna look to your left, you're gonna look in front of you, and in back of you, ain't nobody gonna be there for you. Because you're gonna be then already destroyed your own nation. That's how it is today now. Now this young heathen, I call him, that went out and shot these people and went into that community to do that, I know for 100 a fact that the tribe of Judah mentally is gone. This young man went into the black community, shot up people, and walked out free, as if no tribe of Judah, they didn't shoot back at him, they didn't tackle him, they let him have his way, and even let him walk out as if, like he came in. But you run around here and killing your sisters, killing your baby's mother, killing your own mother, killing your brothers, killing your friend. But you're gonna let this heathen come into your area and shoot up your people. It's wild. Then they setting you up so far up. It's no way you gonna win. Nobody give a rat's behind what you got to fight with. You ain't gonna win. You ain't going to win. You need to go back, since you're trying to read to try to break your own people. You need to go back and study under the Ruach HaKodesh, because it would tell you in Isaiah chapter 3 and in 24 and 25, you men are going to be destroyed by the sword and by war. That is what is taking place now that the heathen is going to take you out. And then the elites, the synagogue of Satan, sitting back saying, we sure set them up good, because it's already started. It been started when you start seeing all those people in Chicago taking each other's lives. A lot of them didn't understand it wasn't your people killing. It was someone's in Chicago shooting, causing all these people to die. But it wasn't that the people were shooting each other in the games. It was they wanted you to think that. And they successfully walked in your community. Just like they did the other day. They walk into your community, shoot your tail, and walk out. And these men, tail is between their legs, watching this stuff done. How can your hate be so heavy against the one that brings your nation forth, but it ain't heavy enough against other nations taking you and your sons and daughters out? That's how messed up Judith is here. Judith is gone. Y'all let these people walk in and take lives, and y'all walk around and act like it's nothing. That's what I was saying yesterday. You hear you riding Kevin Samuels back, and on top of his head, he gone. But here this heathen, you ain't making a lot of videos about him. You know why? You know why? Because something is wrong with you here. Something is seriously wrong with you here. So when I wake up and see all this on the news, I'm like, who is this shooting? Went into the heathen's community and start shooting. Who? And then have the audacity to have on masks. What you hiding for? Ain't you bad? Why you got mask on? Ain't you bad? Don't you want to take people's lives? Whoever they were, they shot someone, but they connected it. This is the point. This is what I'm saying. They connected that situation with what the heathen did in the store by killing all those people yesterday. They connected. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday, but they connected with what took place today. Y'all tell me if that not is that not a setup? So I said to the tribe of Judah, especially you men, because it's prophesied that you're gonna die by the sword and in the war. What part of that you don't get? That's why you got 7 women to 1 man. He's showing you going down, men. So while you've been playing this game and teaching this hate in your nation of men, guess what? It's on. I got to go now. It's on, y'all. It is on. And that's coming from a prophetess in the wilderness, sending you the warning that it's on. And it's on because they set it up so, I think, to me, the setup was still messy because I can see straight through it. So I ain't gonna say it was beautiful. It was neatly set up because it's so messy. I mean, you can see it at a distance that they was, I say about a couple of years ago, you can see it at the distance where they were preparing it so that it can get to where it's at. Now it's there, y'all just don't know it because y'all so busy acting a monkey with each other, trying to find room to counteract stupidity. I'm gonna say this here. That's why I say I got to move a little higher. That song from Mahalia Jackson, she said I got to move a little higher, and that's me. I got to move a little higher. That means every situation keep looking to the Most High, higher. I have to move a little higher, past what is actually going on, because it is going to take me. It's going to take me, but guess what? It ain't going to have me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's going to take me, but it ain't going to have me, because I'm going to tell y'all, if I'm telling you all that it's happening at a alarming rate, they nail it. What they doing is they set it up so well to where they gonna connect everything that's happened to that situation when that heathen walked in there and killed those people in that store. They gonna connect everything to it. So now you're gonna start getting the skinheads, the white supremacists, and all type of European hate coming out. And then you already have it in us, in our nation, taking their own nation out. These men have taught these men hate toward their women. They done killed so many of them. Y'all said, my hands is up, Deborah. My judgment is down. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Woo, I don't know where that come from. He said, my hands is up. I mean, I'm through with them. but my judgment is down. The reason why he said that, let me tell you something. Because it's prophesied that he's going to come back and deal with the house of Israel. And he's going to bring a judgment upon them first. They missed that. They looking for the promised land. They got their tails already over in the promised land here. But don't understand, this is going to be destroyed. This is going to be destroyed. You better hope in here you have a higher, because that's the only thing that's going to go through the wilderness to get on the other side to the promised land. This here going to be destroyed. And if you got this destroyed and this destroyed, you messed up from the floor up. You are messed up from the floor up. So you better try to find out a way to move a little higher. Like Sister Deborah say, she's going to move a little higher. That means I'm going to trust in the most high more and more and more. I'm going to not lean to nobody's understanding, not even mine. I'm going to move up a little higher toward him more and more and more, because I can see the war. I can see revelations walking itself up and down the earth. I can see it while you all running around here monkeying around talking about stupid stuff. Stuff that don't mean nothing, that has no power, no authority, no right to even be spoken. You see ignorant people trying to go after people about nothing. People posting men getting more hate, and all of them that has a little platform, they getting. If y'all can't see these men cutting up from the floor up about these women and teaching this hate from their heart, now they can't even talk. I woke up this morning and it was somebody had a post on Facebook. What is going on Facebook? Why are all these people on Facebook, every word come out of their mouth is profanity? Because that's the spirit. That's the spirit Yah said it is. He says the spirit that's on our men that's heavy, and there it's a hatred. So he's saying to me that it's beyond the hate, the perpetual hate that the heathens has. It's beyond that hate. And when he said that, I said, come on now, Father, please don't say that. Father, y'all, that's deep. But it's the truth. It's a hate. And it's there, and it ain't going nowhere. It's going to rise. While they're out there hating the one that they need to be in unity with, to help with them, to help them in what is actually about to take. Now, ain't about it already. That's why a lot of things have taken place and nobody has paid any attention to it, because these Negroes out here acting a fool. These Negroes out here drinking. They out here finding all kind of sick ways to smoke all kind of crap. They out here murdering their children, murdering their women, and murdering their own friends and their own brothers. The word is not going to be a lie so you can be truth. Use the liar, and every word is the truth. And when he sent his son his always. He always sent his. Same yesterday, today, and forevermore. It's not that he's going to stop sending a right now message. Okay? And that's what the people are afraid. They don't want a right now message. Just like back in Egypt, or when he brought them out of Egypt. They don't want a right now message because they messed up and always been. But the end game is they're going to be tore up from the floor up in their thought pattern all the way. And it's already reached that. It's already there, y'all. To me, now it's about 90, if not 95. It's gone. Because what the heathen is doing now, and I really do. I hate the idea that, and I don't want to say it, but how can I deny truth? A part of the end game also with the captivities is that the men are going to be destroyed. A lot of them. They're going to be destroyed. So I say to you all, Sister Deborah is going to move up a little higher. That's a song from Mahalia Jackson. And I'm going to move up a little higher. And in Mahalia Jackson song, it's more so like someone had passed away and they going to heaven. But mine is, I can see death. And all I want to be is in a higher. That's it. I just want to be in him no matter what. If I have to go, I don't have no issue with that. I just want to make sure when I close my eyes, I'm as close to him than I am my children, my mama, my friend, anybody. I want to move a little higher with my Father in the heaven. I want to walk with him. I want to be in his midst. I want to know that I serve him and put him first. I put him last. And guess what, y'all? I put him on every side. Because you ain't got no side. You ain't got nobody on your left. You ain't got nobody on your right. And you might say, well, but sister, you got sisters and family. And you know what, y'all? Let me tell y'all how sad that is. I really do have a beautiful family. I really do. Why I'm taping with you all? Let me tell you what. If I called up my sisters, guess what? They'll be right here. That's just how it is. I'm going to be honest with you. So my mother, I said, Mom, I need this, I need this. Bam, here it is. Always. No matter what. No matter what. So I'm going to be honest with you. Based on what I have seen in my 60 years, I believe I'm one of the people who have one of the best families. I'm going to be honest with you. And I never talk about that, but I'm going to be honest with you. Now, what might happen after I said this, the enemy might go to the Father and see, when can I try her on that? Because he's real good at that. When I speak something positive or good, he always go and get something to try to make that a lie. But the truth be told, and he know how I feel, it is what it is. You know, so I honestly, the things that, and how my mother did us, my mother didn't put nobody before us. She put us, all her kids, first. She really did. She took care of us really well. My mother really did take care of it. My daddy did too. My daddy was the best man that you could ever meet on the face of the earth. And Sister Deborah is not kidding you. You will always say, when Sister Deborah, you see, you had a really good mom and dad. That's what y'all would say. And I thank the Most High, y'all. I do. I thank him, because when I look over the lives and look in the households nowadays and all the stuff that has taken place, and the reason why Sister said taking place is because I'm a people person. Every place I have ever worked I'm always around the multitude. When I say the multitude, let's give or take 1,000 or more. Okay, that's the type of setting I get in the midst of and I work in. And when I'm around these people, it's a lot of people. I'm gonna have to not answer that right now. It's a lot of people. So I hear a lot of stories, and it's not stories. I hear a lot of true life issues. Okay, and when I look at it, sometimes I try my hardest not to act as if, wow, you know, I can't believe this. No. I listen to people. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a very, very good listener, to the point I can hear behind what you saying. If you skip something, guess what? I can pick it up. I'm telling you, in this here, and the way he have allowed me to walk my life, I've been in the multitude, and I've heard the stories. And I sit and if I'll never do this, but if I were to sit down and just say, this is what I've been hearing throughout my life, and this was my life that y'all had breathed in me and allowed me to walk in the steps that he had ordered, I would look at this and say, what, girl, you come from somewhere else. Because I look back over my life, and no matter, yeah, there has been struggles as far as financial. There have been death in my family, among my children. But these deaths were deaths of them coming and not living while they were babies, you see? And even then, those babies might have died later on, but guess what? They didn't die on, how would I say it? They didn't just pass away once they got here. They had already passed away. Why would you say that, Deborah? Because my Most High made sure that he brought me in visions. You hear me? And dreams. So I would know what was ahead of me. You see what I'm saying? And you all, let me tell you, if you only know how beautiful he did, how beautiful he had orchestrated it, you'll say, wow. I mean, he set that up way back at the beginning. Yes, he did. Because the way he did it, he always gave me a on what's about to happen, what's going to happen. Or let me tell you what it is, the end game. He always gave me, when my oldest son had hung himself, you know what the father did 2 weeks prior? He came to me. And he said, Deborah, something's about to go on. But this is the route he took me. He said, you see, you have a mother and father that I have truly kept. He said, they have children that I have truly blessed. And he said, in your house of your mother and your father, they have never lacked nothing. And then he began to say, my mother and my father never gave it him the glory for how he had kept all 7 of their children and always protected them and always was there for my mother and my father and the children. See, they used to call us the Leave It a Beaver family because we had everything together. So it wasn't fake on the outside, baby. It was real like that on the inside. When I say Leave It to Beaver, it's like it's a story. It's not true. But the truth be told, yes, it was. Yes, it was. So when he told me my son, when my son had hung himself, my oldest son, my first son, when he had done that, the Most High came to me 2 weeks prior. I'm at home, and he was telling me that something's going to go up against my family. And he began to tell me about my mother and father. And he was telling me about their children and how he protected them and he shielded them. But now he's going to, now listen to this. Listen to how beautiful the Most High set this thing up, y'all. He said, but I gave them everything. They had everything. I kept them. I protect them. And they didn't never give me the glory. That's what the Father said. They never gave me the glory. They never gave me the honor. And I allowed their children to come up and not be detached to nothing in this world. And I mean, as far as sin, drinking, alcohol, in prison, they went to school, they went to college, they had good paying job. I mean, just decent all way. Even now, I'm gonna be honest, even now. But the thing about it, he was saying before my son hung himself, he said, but now, watch this, y'all. Listen to this. Watch this. He said, but now I'm gonna do something. When the Most High came to me and said that, I'll never forget. It was morning time, the sky was blue. The sun was out. I shot through that house because, y'all, it was a feeling inside my body that was such a great sorrow. I ran through the house, out of my bedroom, ran straight through the front door outside and fell straight to the ground. I fell straight on the ground, right in the front of the house, crying and said, no, Father, no, Father, no. And as I was saying that, the sorrow was so heavy in me till it came out of me. I mean, great tears and great fears. I was just, no, Father, no. Now, what was it he's saying? Let me get y'all right about something. Let me tell y'all something. See, a lot of people want to run their mouth, okay? But you don't understand who y'all is dealing with. So get your tail somewhere and sit down somewhere. Learn to sleep with your mouth closed. Like really close. And maybe when you wake up, you've been and learned something. Because this thing is realer than real. So everybody walking around here playing around. But listen to what he did. I'm on the ground and I'm crying and I'm just saying, oh no, because the sorrow was so heavy. And I can see it today. Me outside. I didn't care if nobody in the neighborhood saw me or heard me. I was on that ground crying. That sorrow was just that deep in me. Guess what? Guess what the Father did? See, my mother had 7 children. They were all grown. He had truly blessed us. Oh, yes, he did. He blessed my mommy and my daddy. But guess what? Guess what he said? I'm finna come to their heart. Guess how he came to their heart? The first grandbaby. They all in all. the one in the family was my grandson, my son, the first grandbaby, and he was the heart of everybody. He was the heart of everybody. So he said, okay, he didn't come to my mother's 7 children. He came to something that they dearly and was so fond of. And so he was their all in all. My son was their first grandson. And that was their world, y'all. That was their world. Y'all say, I'm coming. And he knew exactly where to come. So I'm dealing with this feeling because here it is. The Most High ain't saying, okay, Deborah, it's going to be like this. He didn't do that. He didn't tell me the fullness of what he was going to do. Which he never. Until it happens, and then he allowed the whole vision be completed in me. See, this is what I was warning. This is what I was warning you about. This is what I was telling you. So when my son took his life, that broke my mom and dad. Oh, yeah. It didn't just break my mom and dad. It broke the family. Because when my son had, if he had a birthday party for his first birthday, I mean, seriously, it was like you would see hundreds of people at a child that's 1 year old. That's how the family took to this one child. You see? He was their everything. Everybody loved him some Raymond. Oh! He was everything to everybody, okay? And even my sister and them, one worked at the post office and one worked at Southwestern Bell, the telephone company. And I'll be like, why your manager here at Raymond's birthday party? See, because that's how people saw when Raymond have something. And my sister and them let him know, my nephew, everybody coming in to participate. Raymond don't know half the children that's there. Raymond more so saw more adults than he saw children. But it was just too many people, y'all. A child's anything they had for him. If they say, okay, we're going to have horses for him on the weekend because we want to have horses for him. They'll bring them little horses in, and you'll have people from everywhere. And you wonder where they coming from. Oh, we coming to his party. So y'all knew where to go. He knew where their heart was. And he went to that grandson. And guess what? That grandson took his life 2 weeks after the warning from the Most High Yah. Now, see, you all might see that as really sad and, oh, my goodness, oh, she would. But guess what, y'all? I see it as the light to my Father. Because he didn't have to warn me. But he never told me what. He just said something was going to happen. And then he began to tell me how he protected my mother and my father and their children. And he never received honor or glory for what all he had done and given them by protecting them and allowing them to have 7 children and just children that just didn't go around doing a lot of wicked and evil, and just and they were given the credit. They were given the glory. Mom and dad, oh, you all got good kids. Oh, your kids are just the best kids in the neighborhood. Your kids is this. That's how it was. But I'm speaking of my Father and how he rumbles. He has always rumbled with me, even as a little girl. He never let anything come up on me until he has let it come in me. Hallelujah. You see, this is why I can't go to what people are talking about. They talking about words on a paper and in the book, and lost books. The same heathens that made that one book made them all. But who Yah is in you can't no man make and control. So I'm telling you all what I'm seeing. If I'm telling you something, you notice, just go to my page and you'll see this lady ain't got no likes. She ain't got no subscribers, meaning nothing to be on her page talking anything about. You see? But if this lady still got that that energy and that put out truth in her, that's what you need to stand on. That lady is sending a right now message. This is who y'all has to be dealing with, because he talks everything about the narrow gate and those that can't be fooled, meaning they gonna be in a smaller number. You gonna know them. That's the sign, because they're not gonna have everything everybody else have. They're gonna be over to the side different. But the ignorance in the hearts of the people is so wicked and evil. Our Sister Deborah said, it's over, it's finished. Get in the corner, because you're not gonna convince people. You're not gonna be able to give them a right now word, because y'all ain't got a word for it. You ain't gonna be able, nothing you say gonna be able to penetrate, because it ain't nothing y'all want to say to them. Let them say it to themselves, and let the world and those who live in the world and all up in the rectum of Babylon, let them give them what they need, because that's all they got coming. What Solomon says, that's their portion. So Sister Deborah would say, I'm going to cut out and say that Sister Deborah is going to move a little higher, like Mahalia Jackson song. And that means in Yah. I'm going to have to step into it, because listen to why. I have 4 sons. I have 2 daughters. These are all grown. What is about to happen, and even myself, I can be in a Walmart and they can start shooting. You can be in the grocery store and they can start shooting. You can be in the shoe store. You can be at the laundromat. You can be at the zoo. You can be at the park. You can be driving. It's on, y'all. It's on. It's coming from every angle to where you're not going to even be able to duck, because he finna come. He finna allow it to come from every angle. So when you go talking about, oh, it's over here in Buffalo. Wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute. Why it's in Buffalo? It's going to be right next to your house. It's going to be in your community. It's going to be in your stores. You ain't going to be able to go anywhere. People thinking, oh, we got our guns. You go on. That's what Yah allow you to have, because he said, let me give you your God. Let me give you your protection. Let me give you your God. See if it saves you. The moment you try to pull anything out, bam, you're going to be down on the ground, dead. You see? Because when people run around here thinking their guns is going to save them, they forget everybody else packing it. You ain't the only one. All the thing about it, you're going to go down first, because you got that sick mind. Your mind is gone. So you ain't going to know how to pull out the right time. Look at the people walk in. How can this young 18-year-old heathen go into a place prepared? He didn't go in there not prepared, shooting all over the place, and all these black people standing around letting him. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't trust in no tribe of Judah men, y'all. They've interviewed this one black man. He said he sat him down. He talked to him. He bought him something to drink. Listen to how this black man is acting with this heathen. Why is you Negro didn't discern nothing? Even if he didn't tell you who he was, you can see that he was flinching, or you can tell, but you didn't was able to discern nothing, because it wasn't nothing about Ahia was in you. You thought you was doing something. Matter of fact, that was a setup. The whole interview was set up to make him say good things about this boy. So when they get ready to go to trial, it can make it look like this boy really appeared at 1 minute like he was a really good person. You see, Negroes messed up from the floor up, because they so gone in their mind, they can't see the interview with this black man was a setup. Say it. It bothers me. And then they walk around here trying to get on your page. He and she and he. I don't know what they think they are. It's sad. But you ain't out there saying or doing nothing about what they doing to your people. But you on the devil platform trying to challenge somebody. Get your butt somewhere and sit down. That don't even make no sense. Look how this man is in the prison, in jail, and they back those who sent him to do the job, saying, oh, you did a well job. And look, they got the door, Negroes giving him praise. Oh, he was a good guy. We sat down and talked. That was a setup, y'all. Like waking up this morning and hearing about people going in and killing, shooting people in the white community. They starting the racial war. Why is it the Europeans, the heathens, the Gentiles, And why is the tribe of Judah can't see that this is a war game finna take place? It finna get bad. And the elites had set it up. They have set it up. You know how well they set it up, y'all? Did y'all just see that V that they that COVID? Did you see the V that just was set up for a whole 2 years? They done completed their job. Now they finna start the war game. And it's successfully. It's already started. It's been started when they was taking lives in Chicago. Now the Negro got on this devil platform, talk about the gang violence and the gang killing in Chicago. They didn't talk, but yet when this heathen go in there and kill, they up on this devil platform ain't saying very much because they messed up here. They messed up, y'all. That's all I can say. But Sister Deborah is going to say to you all, I'm going to move a little higher. I'm going up a little high. I'm going to move up a little higher. That means I'm stepping my game up with how I worship and I turn to the Father. Because I don't want to look even, check my back. I don't want to check the sides. I'm going to keep my eyes focused on Him. I'm going to move a little higher. So Sister Deborah, was saying to you, I appreciate you all joining me this morning, but I had to get this out because, let me tell you, the war is on. It is on. They already started the racial war at its highest. And then they have the audacity. What bothers me, what you got masks on for? You got masks on. Let me explain something to y'all. This is how mentally disturbed the tribe of Judah is. They got black masks on because they want you to connect black to black people. But these are heathens going in their own community shooting so that the people would think that it's blacks shooting because of what took place at the store the other day. That's how they got it going on. And it's that y'all think that's something. A lot of killing been going on has a lot to do with Europeans. They setting things up. They setting it up. Let me stop. Stop, Deborah. Don't say set up. It's on. The war is on. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, shalom and shalom. And thank you for joining me this morning. And I love you. And keep my sister in prayer. The one that said she wanted us to pray. We want deliverance. And we know if that's what He choose, He can do that. So and He will. So Sister Deborah, says to you, shalom and shalom.